Hello everybody, this is part 3 showing how to draw and paint this bowl of fruit. But these techniques can be used to draw or paint anything. Part 1 was drawing, part 2 was shading, and now we're on to part 3, adding the local color. That's the color of each particular object, is the local color. And once again, I'm going to be using my Meeden Travel watercolor palette. And I'm going to be using a nifty tool called a water brush, which is a paintbrush that already has the water in the handle, so you don't need to have a cup of water next to you to dip and rinse your brush. So here we are where we left off last time with our purple shadow painting. I'm using a technique called glazing. I'm simply painting over top of my previous layer of watercolor paint. And this is what makes watercolor so magical, is that you can see the previous layers of paint through the latest layer. And it's those layers of paint that give watercolor its really magic sort of transparent quality. Make sure that when you're painting over your shadow layer, you are not pressing too hard, you're not scrubbing with your brush. You don't want to disturb the paint in the first layer as you put over the second layer. And if I want to darken something a little more, I'll go in with a little more of the local color. I can intensify the local color by putting a second glaze over it. But the thing with glazing is before you put on the second coat, you have to wait for the first coat to dry. You have to be patient with watercolor. Something that I don't like about this painting is that I'm not doing it on watercolor paper. I have a sketchbook with me that's not watercolor paper. It's all that I have to paint on, so it's better than nothing. But if this were on watercolor paper, it would look much more bright and intense. So here we go. This is just about the finished piece. I did go on to add a blue background later on after I finished filming though. And if you do a watercolor using the techniques I've shared in these past 3 lessons, I hope that you will attach it to a message to me down in the comment section below. Or if you have any questions about this method, I hope you'll send me a question. I'd love to answer them. If you do send me a picture of the painting you've done, I will share it on Friday. We'll have Friday Friends. So thanks for watching and Happy New Year.